What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my NAIC vlog video. We opened up a ton of packs for this video, so we're just gonna skip right up into that because I know that's what everybody is here to see. You might be asking, hey Bagel Master, how did you get so many Destined Rivals cards? Well, that's pretty easy because they basically just give these away. You just do side events, get points, and you can trade them in for packs. It's pretty sweet. Also, my buddy Isaac won this because he got day 2. Actually, he finished like 1/12 and got a booster box as pricing. This is his booster box right here that he's opening. Not a whole lot of hits out of this one, but it's fine because we're still opening packs. New Orleans was a lot of fun for those of you who have not gone there. It has a great music scene. Lots of jazz music and street performers. Like, these dudes were just basically playing in the middle of Bourbon Street, which is usually shut down for pedestrian traffic. And like most southern cities, New Orleans has a lot of churches, including St. Louis Cathedral, which is probably one of the biggest cathedrals in the city. New Orleans also has a really cool trolley line that goes all throughout the city, so you know I had to get some clips of those. Anyway, back to the competition. NAIC had almost 5,000 competitors. And that doesn't even include the spectators, vendors, and everybody else that was working the event. Also, I got this cool hat and promo card in my welcome kit, which I was pretty pumped on. There were also so many vendors at this event, I definitely spent way too much money on singles. Before I go any further, I just want to say that I'm going to be giving away one Eevee promo from Prismatic Evolution. All you have to do to enter in to win that is like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not already subscribed, go down and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, let's go. I mentioned this in my other video, but the opening ceremony was this crazy New Orleans style presentation that lasted almost 30 minutes. So we were just sitting there waiting for the competition to start across from our competitor while this crazy Mardi Gras show was going on, and I kind of wish that I could have sat up closer to the stage and actually seen this in person rather than like looking at it through a screen. But hey, you know what, that's just what we gotta do. But it was really cool, really vibrant, lots of music, lots of costumes, and I really felt like they gave us an authentic New Orleans Mardi Gras experience. There's also plenty of activities to do outside of the main competition, like the Play Lab. You can do video game training, TCG training, Pokemon Unite training, and I think Pokemon Go. We did the VG. You also get different items for completing each of the Play Lab activities. We got a cool little like microfiber Charizard cloth. Not sure what everything else was, what the rewards for that was, but anyway, I lost pretty bad in the video games, not gonna lie. But let's take a break from Pokemon and talk about how amazing New Orleans is for a second. I mean, come on, look at this river. The view is amazing. New Orleans also has just an incredible food scene. I mean, this fried chicken was some of the best fried chicken I've ever had, and I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. We also got a chance to eat at Luke, and I got this crawfish cavatelli that was probably one of the best things I've ever eaten. And to burn off those extra calories, I had to go skate. So I went to go check out this spot in Crescent Park. To get into the park, you have to cross this giant metal bridge that's literally called Rusty Rainbow Bridge. It was around 7:30 in the morning when I got to this spot, and it was still pretty wet from the night before, but you gotta skate early because of the heat. I also got a clip of this little lizard while I was skating. I thought he was pretty cool. I mainly just skated this ledge right here, but the fact that the ground was super wet and wooden made it a little difficult. Figured I'd start the skate session out with the obligatory flat ground 360 flip. It took me a bit to get warmed up just because it was absurdly hot and slippery all over the spot, but I managed to get some tricks in, got a nollie tail, which is usually a pretty solid warm-up for me. Then I went for this half-cab nose slide, which I swear slid longer than it did, but I guess it didn't. And after trying a frontside tail slide forever, I got this one, which had a kind of a squirrely rollaway, but I managed to dodge that pole at the end, which I do not remember doing. Then, after landing one to regular, I did it to fakie, and that was pretty much all I had for this spot. I also came across this little embankment while I was walking around, and I had to try and get a barrel flip on it. I landed this one, but then I fell, and I felt like I needed to put this fall in just to let people know that sometimes you don't always land your tricks. I ended up trying it again for a little bit and landed this one, and this lady walking by said that it looked pretty good, and I had to go with her opinion on that one. I couldn't really tell which one was better, this one or the other one, so I put both of them in here. I also found some time to play some disc golf, and this hole right here, you had to get it through that hole between all these pieces of wood, which I managed to do first try, so I was pretty pumped. Of the 9 holes I played, this is the only one I birdied, but I also think this might have been the more technical one, so I was pretty happy with it, not gonna lie. Fun day, but it was also super hot. Okay, enough activities. Let's get back to some more Pokemon. So there was a Pokemon Center set up inside the convention center. You had to make an appointment, and ours was for Sunday, the last day. So I was a little nervous that there wasn't still gonna be stuff there, but I ended up finding a whole bunch of stuff. There were some incredible displays as you entered in the Pokemon Center. All these Eevee displays, all these different cases were so cool, so artistically done. And this Eevee display right here is probably one of my favorite ones. All these Eeveelutions just kind of chilling were pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Getting back into this area was a bit of a hassle, but I managed to get away with it, so it worked out. The Pokemon Center was incredibly stocked. They even had some sealed product. They were limiting to 1 per person. By the time we got there, they had Surging Sparks Pokemon Center ETBs, Paldean Fates Pokemon Center ETBs, and Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ETBs. I managed to snag a Paldean Fates ETB and a Stellar Crown ETB, and then somebody that I was with who didn't want any sealed product managed to buy me a Surging Sparks ETB, which I then paid him back for. I also picked out a couple plushies because, I mean, there's just so many, I had to choose at least one of them. I also got a new book bag and a playmat, so overall an incredible experience. And that's about all the time I had to record extra stuff. These packs right here at the end are definitely some of the bigger hits, so I figured I'd save the best for last, but I definitely like doing these vlog style videos. It's just that I'm not really good at them. I haven't really done them too much, so I don't really know what to record and how much to record. So I definitely think that the next one I do will be a lot more in-depth and involved, but figured I'd put this out to have some fun because Pokemon's all about having fun. Also, this Giovanni full art card is crazy. And then out of my last pack, I pulled the biggest hit from Hale's box, this Mewtwo EX. So shout out to Hale, Isaac, Jake, and Cam for filming this, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day.